Be sure to subscribe for more content.
So if you hadn't seen already, Luna Classic has been on an absolute tear this past few weeks. Basically, if you had invested in this coin at the start of this month about a week ago and you held up to the top here, you're already nearly a 4x up on your money. That's just how much it's pumped over the past week, which is absolutely insane. And it shows no signs of slowing down. So there's still a lot of room to grow. Obviously, it's very, very bullish that we see this volume growing, because basically Luna has implemented a burn tax of 1.2%, which means every single transaction, every single buy or sell of Luna will take a 1.2% tax, and that tax will be used to burn the supply of Luna Classic, therefore bringing the supply down and therefore continuing to push the price up. Now, of course, I do think Luna Classic has a big future ahead, but at some point we're going to want to take profits. So these are the things I'm looking for in Luna Classic as a sign that I should be taking profits, and that the pump may be slowing down and maybe potentially reversing as well. And by the way, guys and girls, I've been following Luna Classic on this channel now since the price did its first pump. I correctly identified this triangle, and we did correctly identify other points suggest this as a buy signal here at the end of this triangle, and also a buy signal here, which is all free on this channel. So be sure to subscribe if you like technical analysis and buy and sell signals on coins like Luna Classic. If you have any suggestions for me, if you have any cryptocurrencies you want me to follow, make sure you drop a comment below, ask me which ones, and tell me which ones you want to see. So firstly, let's have a look at what Luna Classic is doing, and let's see what the technical analysis is saying. On Luna Classic, there's been so many times where the price has printed a classic technical pattern, such as this thing here, which is a falling wedge, which is a bullish sign that we identified in a previous video on this channel. We identified this triangle, which typically leads to a large breakout that we saw here. And I think right now, if we go on the 1 hour time frame, we're kind of seeing another triangle form. So this has been the most solid technical pattern that I've seen here on Luna Classic, the triangle, wedge, whatever you want to call it. We have seen loads and loads of these form on Luna. And basically, where price consolidates within a narrowing price range, so the price gets narrower and narrower and narrower. And what that typically means, it leads to a breakout either on the bullish side or on the bearish side. Now, depending on what the triangle and wedge looks like, it can sometimes signal a bearish sign or a bullish sign, or sometimes it just means that it's a breakout on either side. So a triangle like this, for example, means there's going to be a breakout on the other side, and what we want to look for is declining volume, which is happening right here, as you can see at the bottom down there. And we're also looking for the price to break out with a lot of momentum. So we want to see large candles come out of the candles, so out of the triangle. So if we're seeing small shy candles that are kind of tickling the levels here without too much price action, without too much momentum, then it's not really a breakout. However, if we see very long big candles come out of the triangle, then we know it's a breakout, and that in turn is a buy or a sell signal. So if it goes on the upside, that's going to be a buy signal when the price crosses the triangle, or a sell signal when it crosses below the support there. So Luna Classic has been printing very tradable patterns, and at the moment the general trend is extremely bullish. Now, so from what I've seen, a 20-day exponential moving average here has been showing really good buy signals on Luna on the way up. This is the 4-hour chart, by the way. If we have a look here, every time the price of Luna touches this 20-day exponential moving average, the price seems to head back up. So on Luna, I've been using this 20-day moving average to identify buy signals, and that buy signal will be every time Luna Classic touches this exponential moving average. So that's one of the things I'm looking out for as to when to take profits. If the price crashes below this 20-day exponential moving average, then I am going to be taking profits, taking my position out of Luna Classic. And now another thing I'm going to be looking at as well is the volume. So the volume is literally just this one that says volume here, not volume oscillator or anything. Just volume here, and I'm looking at the volume and I want it to be increasing. So as Luna pumps, as we get to a 2x here, which is a 1/10 of a cent, and further towards the moon, I want to see this volume constantly rising, because the very premise of Luna Classic's pump is because of this 1.2% burn tax. And of course, the higher the volume is down here, the more Luna supply will get burnt. And because this volume is growing, the supply is getting burnt at an increasing rate, which is very, very bullish. So I want to see that this volume continues to rise. If it starts going flat, if the overall trend for that volume starts going flat, then I'd expect the price to slow down. If it's not slowing down, then this could be a divergence that would tell me that could be a time to sell. So if I see the price rocketing like this, if we're seeing 2x's, but then the volume starts to dwindle a little bit, so I see a stagnant volume, so the general trend of the volume is flat, or if I start to see the volume declining, so the overall trend is declining rather than going up, then for me that would be a time to take profits on Luna Classic, because as I said before, the burn tax is the very premise as to why this is pumping, and if the volume is declining, then less supply is getting burnt, so that could be a bearish sign. So that's two of the things I'm looking out for. Basically, this 20-day exponential moving average on the 4-hour chart. If we see the price crash below this, and when I say crash below, I don't mean the price touching it a few times with not a lot of momentum. I want to see a huge red candle go below this moving average here, and if that happens, then that is a bearish sign for me. And the other thing, of course, as well, is this volume down here. So if we see the trend for this starting to flatten out or even decline, then again, for me, that is a bearish sign, and I'm going to be taking profits on Luna Classic. Now, as to a price prediction where I think Luna is going, I think there is a very possible chance here that we will see 0.01 Luna, so a 2x from here right now. I think it could even go higher on Luna. I can see this maybe 3xing from here, but guys, you do have to bear in mind as well that the market cap for Luna is now around $4 billion. And of course, for it to do a 2x from here, would need to see 4 billion of investor capital enter into Luna Classic. And of course, if we want it to do a 10x from here, so if we want to knock off a 0 here from Luna Classic, then obviously we need to see $36 billion of investor capital. So just bear that in mind when you are investing in Luna. Of course, the market cap right now is heading to the moon. And of course, all the technicals on Luna Classic do look bullish at the moment, but do keep your eye on the volume and keep your eye on the exponential moving average. And of course, keep your eye on the news as well, as a lot of investors will probably also be tracking the news. So if there's any bad news to come out with Luna Classic, this could send the price tanking. So those are the three things you want to check: the news, the volume, and the exponential moving average. So that's pretty much all I have to say in this video. I hope this is helpful for you. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for watching.